All right, and we are live. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, everyone. For those of you who wondered where did I disappear, so I promised my family and myself that during the holiday I'm going to spend it as a quality family time, and I intend to keep it, and I did keep it. But now everybody's sleeping. The holiday have went flawlessly, amazingly, perfectly. Christmas, Christian, Druze, Israeli, Jews style, wonderful, peaceful style, just like everybody would wish, I think. And I thought of, I can't not come and say Merry Christmas to all the people out there that are celebrating this beautiful holiday and that are spending time with their families, with their loved ones. We just want to wish you a wonderful holiday. I see some people here from Lebanon, Mr. Phoenix. Merry Christmas, brother. Miss you as well. And genuinely just wanted to come for a very short video and share my appreciation and love to all my Christian fellows across the world and any non Christian, also anyone that is celebrating this holiday. You know, here's the thing, and I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of Druze here and Jews, but you know what? So be it. I celebrated quite a lot of holidays. I think I got to experience the Jewish holidays, the Druze holidays, the Muslim holidays, the Christian holidays, and etc. And many other holidays I kind of forgot. Literally, I've traveled a lot around the world and I've been to many places from third world country to first world country and everything in between. And I got to celebrate quite a lot of holidays. And I think genuinely celebrate them, like with the people. Christmas is on top. It's literally one of the best holidays out there. And I'll explain. I'll explain. And it's not a competition between religions here. It's just a beautiful holiday that have a beautiful story, the nativity story. Some people think it's Santa Claus. It's not Santa Claus. He's not the center of that story. And it also brings family together. There's a lot of yummy food, a lot of cool tradition all around it. And there's gifts. There's literally gifts. I got some gifts. I'm going to share with you some of the gifts that I got for myself and for my friends and family. And just there's so much culture and unity around this holiday that is genuinely top three, if not even top first, best holiday ever. I really like it, and I like holidays. I like Pesach very much. I like Hanukkah very much. I like Eid Eid al-Nabi Shaib, Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr. I like all these holidays. But Christmas, my goodness, that's up there, up there. So kudos to all my Christian friends and my atheist friends and whoever celebrate this holiday. You guys did a great job. I loving it. See, even people from Lebanon are agreeing. Christmas is number one when it comes to holiday real spirit. There's something just beautiful about this, and that's why I made a video. In one of my videos, if you've seen, I think I posted it on Instagram, maybe on YouTube, where I said to all the Arabs and Muslims that came into Europe, hand off Christmas. These people here have been only kind to you. The Christians and the Europeans, they welcomed you in their house, opened their homes. They're here to help you. Don't you dare go and try to destroy their Christmas. Either sit aside and do nothing or join them and celebrate. And here's the thing. People can complain about how they don't like things going on around the world, how they would like to change things around the world. They're happy with things around the world, and they wish that things will change around the world for the better. I say, instead of just complaining, you can complain, it's okay, but be the change that you want to see in the world. Instead of just complaining about the changes, be the change that you want to see. And I decided to lead by example. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we did here with our family and friends, but it starts with a funny story. So I might have, and might have not, denying all allegation here, destroyed Christmas for a few kids. I invited some of my real good friends, which is a Jewish family and a Christian family or Christian origins, into our home to celebrate Christmas with us. Now, you see, a week before, I did the same thing with my Jewish friends to celebrate Hanukkah, because I believe that we should all come together and celebrate these beautiful holidays together and give respect, especially when we are new to countries, show them the respect. So, to take it a notch forward, I brought the hat, the whole outfit, and I dressed like Santa. I even shaved my beard. so I can put the Santa beard, and so my kid would not recognize me without the beard. And then I snuck in with bags into the house in the Christmas spirit, rang the bell, they opened the bell, ho, 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 and I came in. And as I was just shoving gifts into the hands of the parents, they were like holding gifts, and I was like putting another gift, and I had the bags with me. It was freezing cold. I just wanted to get inside the house. I was literally freezing my socks out. So I walk inside the house and I started running, ho, 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 Christmas, Christmas. And as I'm going to the tree with 2 bags full of gifts and sticks, my pants fell down. So I'm standing there. It was this Christmas Santa pants. I'm standing there with 2 bags. My pants just fell down. Luckily, I had leggings. Because if not, this Christmas would have been a most traumatic Christmas right now for a lot of young kids. So there was nothing, no schnittskin dangling there or nothing. It was just literally me, my pants, and leggings. So then everybody laughed. I think my kid looked around and I think he thought he recognized this is Abba's socks. But I did a thorough job. Like I changed the socks and everything. But he was still sure it was me. So he started pointing at me. Then I called the parents. I said, Santa Claus is going to put a restraining order from this kid right now. Keep him away from me. Because he was trying to jump on me and take my beard off. The next day, we decided to do an art. Just to relax. Have all the kids, all the sweets and the candies. Give them some time to relax. And we gave them some papers and canvas and painting and started painting. And one of the girls painted a Santa Claus with no pants. Yep. I'll even show you. I'll show you a picture. She made. It's pretty good, I gotta say. I mean, I would wanna. Here we go. Oopsie. It says, "Oops, my pants." So, yep. That's that. If you want to screen record this image right now, that is how embarrassing it is when you let me ruin your Christmas. I should have came as a Grinch. I came, my pants fell down. Oops, my pants. Long story short, I recovered, and it was the most beautiful thing. As I was asking the kids if they were good kids and asking their parents, and they said yes, and I was giving them the, instead of the sticks, giving them some tradition that I heard, giving them the gifts. One of the parents asked, would the kids want to sing a song to Santa? Because he came from the cold and it's cold out there and he's going to go and find many other kids and give them their gifts. Would they like to sing him a song as he warms up? And the kids started singing beautiful songs. And I felt like I was sitting front row. I was sitting front row in front of this angelic, most beautiful image of just happy children singing songs of joy and thankfulness. I think they were trying to film it to other parents from the side. I understand it's definitely something you want to capture maybe on camera because it was so cute, but I was just starstruck right there, sitting in front of my kid and his friends and just watching this beautiful image of joy where they were singing songs of saying thank you to God, to the holiday, to the people around, being thankful about life and wishing well for people around them. It was just amazing. It was so beautiful. Literally, I had front row. So I thought of sharing this funny story. Now it gets even better. Gets better. Gets better. Watch this. I'm still high on the Christmas spirit. So that's Santa right there. See, that's me. So, woo-hoo, that's me there, full of joy with these beautiful kids, and the family around. And then we went some ice skating. My kid, if you're German, if you ever heard of Sandmann, first time I saw Sandmann, I said, okay, that only works in Germany. In Israel, he would be long time pepper sprayed and arrested. It's the story about this guy with a beard that go and sparkle. It's like an East Germany, West Germany children's story that people used to watch it every evening at 8 in the evening. They had, or 7 in the evening, it was on TV. I think any German, if there's any German in the crowd right now, they probably know Sandmann. All the rest, probably not. It is such a good show. My kid literally grew up on it. I grew up with my German culture with him, watching it every night when he was a kid. Very calming, very beautiful. The thing is, he goes and he flies on these different kind of cool helicopters, bicycle copters, spaceships, goes traveling, but he always sparkle the sparks on children just before they go to sleep. And I was like, come on, guys. There's an old dude with a beard going throwing dust on children, roofing them. We got a name for that where I come from. I mean, he's going to be pepper sprayed and arrested. But then I got explained by the Germans before I make a scene, it's magic powder, dream powder, so they can go and have nice dreams. So Sandman, cute tradition, loved it, worth it. All right, it's not a creep. He's cool. Stick with him. We even went to church. And I wanted to surprise everybody. I made a mustache, Drew's mustache. I could have shaved it even more, and then I'll definitely get kicked out of church, But I decided not to go with that inappropriate joke in Germany. And I kept the Drew's mustache, and we went to church, and it was fun. Now, here's the thing. Lead by example. Be the change you want to see in the world. A week before, I hosted the Hanukkah candle lighting with my Jewish friends and Christian friends in our home. And we lit the candles together, and we sang song together. And it was, again, a beautiful celebration of a holiday that have such a good meaning and such a good story. And I want to share with you. Here, someone says, this is East German Sandman. Exactly. See, so the Germans know it. It's East German Sandman, Mr. Truth Seeker V6C. And it is sleeping sand. Yep, just like I told you, sleeping sand. You don't need to call the police on him. Be the change you want to be in the world. That's exactly what I'm trying to say here. So we had some donuts. We had some rivot. I've literally gained, whoever celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah consecutive, I'm warning you right now, you're going to gain a lot of weight. I think when I put the Santa Claus outfit, the person who was helping me put the outfit kind of asked me, did you put a pillow under? I was like, And then I realized, okay, it's like everyday donuts, levivot, and a full duck. And I was like, come on, so much Christmas sweets. So you will gain weight, Christmas, it is what it is. Just take it as it is. And here, how it gets even cuter. And then we decided to do a play, a puppet show with Ahmed and Betz. For those of you who don't know, when my kid was born, I got him 2 puppets, dolls, handmade, actually from Gaza, by the way. Same with like the loot that I have here from Gaza. So puppets, one of Ahmed, one of Betz. And they resemble basically the both world that my kid is going to be experiencing in his life. Ahmed is a classic Arab Ahmed. He's rough on the edges. He's full of love. He's not politically correct at all. And he likes shawarma and hummus and trina. And he thinks that eating chicken is vegan. That's Ahmed. Benz is basically, he's from Tel Aviv. And he's very soft. He's very polite. He's very politically correct. He's vegan. He eats tofu, and he likes both of them meat where they eat hummus and falafel. They like that. But I thought that would be a good way for Rafi to have these puppet friends from childhood that will represent the Israeli side of his family, the Western European side of his family, and also the Arab and the Druze side of his family, and bring it all together. So I decided to let Ahmed and Benz tell the story of Christmas, which might have scared the parents, but it ended up being not so bad. And we're going to watch the show. We're going to watch it. Hey. Ooh, look at that.
When is the holiday?
Do you hear me? Ma? You need to look at the camera, Rafi. When you're acting, you always look at the camera. So, a funny story here. I was planning on doing the show by myself, and then my kid saw me getting dressed, and he said, I want to join you and do the show. And come on, I love improvising shows. I love role plays and improvised shows. I used to do it all the time when I was young, in the army as well, and other places. So my kid wanted to do it. I said, come, jump. We ran into the room, and we talked about the script for like 5 minutes maybe, and then we jumped in. So he had no preparation, and he's doing such a good job acting. Like literally, he remembered the script, and I was so proud of him. I'm asking them what's the most fun, and they're saying donuts.
ואז הם אכלו את כל הסופגניות, והיו שמחים. מי רוצה סופגניה? בוא נתחיל סופגניה.
Asked who wants donuts, they came in to take.
Hello. Hello, welcome to the show. אז הסיפור של חנוכה.
Welcome to the show. The story of Hanukkah.
נגד חושך.
Story of darkness versus light. Light versus darkness.
אנחנו בנר שישי היום.
We are in the sixth candle.
Today. And for the adults among us. Especially today, I feel more than ever, with everything that we're seeing around, with a lot of darkness happening in the world, it's a good time to remind ourselves that how dark it is. There's a very, very easy trick to defeat the darkness. You know what that trick is?
אתם יודעים מה הטריק?
Light.
להילחם בחושך?
Also. נכון. כשאתה מדליק אור קטן, לא משנה איזה קטן, הוא מנצח את כל החושך.
Doesn't matter how small the trick is, it's gonna defeat the darkness.
Now look one thing.
The trick of light.
Little candle can defeat the darkness. ואז אנחנו באים ומדליקים עכשיו. בואי. מי רוצה להדליק נר? בואי. מי?
באנו חושך לגרש בידינו
אור ואש.
כל אחד הוא אור קטן
בואי תסתכל.
וביחד
רק לבד?
סוע חושך האור סוע לפני האור סוע חושך האור סוע לפני האור.
You know what? I gotta stop here. I gotta stop here. I can't. I tried to keep it peaceful and behaving, but come on. You bring a bunch of Jews together and Christians, and they're singing songs like, you know, O Tenenbaum, or Banu Choshech Lega, like beautiful songs. You bring a bunch of Muslims together, and they're singing Allahu Akbar, Takbir, Takbir, Allahu Akbar. Like, come on. Like, can't you see the difference? There is inevitably a difference in the culture. O Tenenbaum, this Christmas I gave you like a going around and killing, burning, and blowing stuff. Let's go back to this. It was cute. Let's stick to this.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר ציוונו מצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה ביחד. אמן. לא חיים יבודה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
עכשיו let's go eat some sweets.
You always have that one friend. That's the duck that we made. It was beautiful, delicious duck. And this is another interesting story. See? Hi and bye for Nidesh. Thanks for coming, and also for everyone here that is leaving beautiful comments. I'm reading them all, and we'll try to reply to some of them later on as we go. I was invited to Berlin to speak at an event in a very, very fascinating, beautiful place in the middle of the Palestinian neighborhood, I would call it, of Syrian Palestinian neighborhood of Berlin, New Köln. Very hostile place, seriously. And they get graffitied all the time with Hamas stars on them and threats and death threats, or attacked. There's police there 24/7. And after that event, there was a Druze guy in the crowd that has been watching my content for a while, and we never haven't met, but we talked a few times. He's from Syria. And he told me that his fiance have made this really special food called maklube. Not maklube. all the yeah, Maklube. Wow, they're gonna kill me. It was Maklube. It was not Shish Barak. It was not Maklube. Wow, I'm in real trouble right now. But it was really yummy Druze food. It takes a long time to make. And I went to eat with them, getting late. And when I entered their house, I saw a Druze family, a Christmas tree, the Advent calendar, glass of mate, because you know the Druze like the mate. And I was thinking, like, yes, Maklubi apparently, yeah. And I was thinking, like, come on, guys, why can't every Middle Eastern that comes to Europe be like the Druze? Respect their tradition, adapt their tradition if you like them, enjoy them. Don't try to destroy them. And that's a sign. That's how it's sign. And I think honestly, every Jew, every Muslim, every Christian, every Druze, that's where we should aspire to be, to respect the cultures and traditions of other religions, other cultures, even if we don't agree with them, even if we think it's a made up thing, even if we think, come on, guys, I'm dressed like a Santa. I know the Bible. I've read the Bible here. See, that's my Bible. I've read it. It's literally ripped so many times. I've walked the whole land of Israel with this Bible and read it again and again and again in the place where it happened. I know the story of Jesus pretty well. I know there was not a chubby guy with a white beard, red pajama who was jumping out of chimneys and giving gifts. I know there was no tree. You see this tree? That didn't exist in Israel. So most likely Jesus and his disciples never saw this tree, Christmas tree. It's a tradition that came later on from Germany, I believe, and other places. But it's a beautiful tradition. It's a beautiful tree. They have beautiful, beautiful family and spirit holiday around it. I will gladly put this hat and jump around and give my kids some gifts. Try not to drop your pants next time when you do that. It might traumatize the kids. Real story. Go to the beginning of the episode. You'll see what I'm talking about. Long story short is even if you don't agree with the culture, it means a lot to people that you come and respect their ways, respect their cultures, and also you might enjoy it. There's a lot of beautiful things that every religion, some more, some less, but every religion can offer that we can all come and learn from. So that's about that. Now I want to talk to you about the gift. I told you I'm going to talk to you about the gifts. So I decided to treat myself this Christmas, and this is not a promotion. They're not paying me or anything. And I bought myself this creepy looking thing that looks like it's gonna climb in the middle of the night, jump on my face, and like, you know, put an alien in my stomach or something like that. But it's a really, really cool massage thing. You click on it and you put it. Oh man, that's good. And it literally massages you. See what I'm talking? So you can like put it behind, like wear it like, you know, not like that. But you get my point. Put it like real behind you. And see, that's why I don't get to do reviews for stuff. But then you put it on your back and it can massage your back as you're working, as you're cooking. Really cool. It's creepy, but it's actually pretty cool with the fingers. So that's one that I decided to treat myself. And then I decided to buy one for me and for my kid. Well, for him, it's not the only one that I got him, but one that I thought that can give us some quality father and son time. Look at that. See this? Right here. So that arcade is called something Monkeys, I think. Retro arcade machine, Mad Monkey or something. Anyway, it's a really cool one. It's for 2 players. And then me and my kid, he can still get exposed to the world of gaming without playing dumb games like Fortnite, and definitely not Candy Crush or, you know, these addictive games that you have on your phones. Mobile games are the worst you can give your child. Worst. They're literally designed to be super addictive, super easy, super walk you through it and to suck you in the game so you have no social life and you become an addict. Old school game, nostalgic game, were the exact opposite. They were built to be the hardest possible because the developers developed them basically as a bet between them and my friend, you know, hold my soy milk, hold my beer. And they went around and made like the hardest game ever. You had 3 lives. You barely ever were able to finish them on first, second, third try, 100 try maybe, yes. So it made you become really good at the game. And it also got people to come together. You used to come with your friends and stir a coin together. Well, I was poor, so I would like look under the ground, see if I can find coins, and then put a coin. And then if I can find one coin, I'll be super happy. And then we'll play. The rest of the time, I was just watching the kids play. And you play together, or even when the time of the Nintendo and the Megazone, you go to their house, they sit around one remote and they play. So I wanted my kids still to get the feel of gaming, the stuff that I enjoyed. And the cool thing is you can get like the remotes out. Ha! Pretty cool, right? And you can play together. You can even hook it to the TV, apparently. I haven't tried that. Old school games. Really, really cool. Here, I'll show you. Old school games. They have the tanks, they have the aircraft when you're flying around, Super Mario like, super cool. So I decided to get him this. So yes, I know some people in Christmas they buy each other Teslas and all kind of crazy stuff. I decided to go, family responsible, financial budget wise here, and just kind of stick to like a small massage thing for myself and an arcade game to play with my kid, and another toys that is for. Actually, I bought him Settler for Catan for Junior, so we can play like card box games. And my friend, I bought him another card box game that is really nice. Actually, I'm gonna buy it to myself now. It's called Karak. It's like a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons card box that is, you play together. You can play a little bit against each other. Give me a link. Yeah, man. I wish. I know. I'll try. If I manage to do it, I'll try to give you guys links here for these gifts. I should have these affiliate thing, that I get paid for these links. But anyway, I'll definitely do it gladly. Just because it's fun games. It was a fun thing. Card box games. We played Catan. We played Karak together. We played this arcade game, and even my kid. We watched Home Alone, which was probably a mistake on a Beamer. My kid came and pretended that there was an emergency with his friend in another room. So we all ran to the other room, and one of them snuck in the kitchen and stole the arcade and took it to the bedroom so they can play with it in the treehouse bed that I built them. And after I realized that we were tricked, and I went in, I told the other parents, stop it. Let them get some sense of reward for this covert behind parents' line mission that they just did and succeeded. Come on. I mean, they just literally managed to, 6 and 7 years old, manage to trick their parents, adults, in a covert operation behind parents' lines. So behind bedtime lines. So I thought, let them enjoy it. They earned it. I came and I looked at them. All right, you earned it. Play it. Enjoy. It was just a reward, to give them a reward for being creative and smart about it. And what I want to finish the episode here is, I was thinking of finishing with another cool family tradition that I have, but I'll keep that for another time. Just a very good parenting tip, but in my book at least. But I want to finish with the story of the Nativity. Something that we can take from, something that is important today more than before. We're living in a world now that they're trying to create some kind of hatred towards the Jews, blaming Israel, blaming the Jews, and it's crawling its way back into the Christian world. The last time that the hatred towards the Jews, anti-Semitism, crawled into the Christian world, it led for the Catholic Church to be completely complicit with the Nazi regime. They repented from that. They went back and they said, we were very sorry, but they were full on helping the Nazis, not all, but many, and as an establishment, to find Jews, hunt Jews, rat where the Jews are. And a big part of that came from something that you might have heard, might have not heard, called replacement theology, where they tried to replace every aspect that talks about Israel and the Jews in the prophecies for the future to come, or in their role in the grand picture of the Bible, and says it doesn't mean the Jews, it doesn't mean Israel, it actually means we, the church. You want to hear someone clearly saying that? Go to Nick Fontes, go to Candace Owens, go to Tucker Carlson. Full on replacement theology, full on anti-Semitism. So it is important to remind people that Jesus' name was Yeshua. Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus the Messiah. That was the name that they gave him in the original, in Aramaic and in Hebrew. The name Jesus came later, just because they had a hard time to say the word Yeshua. The name Christ came, Christos, was a way to describe someone who was anointed as a king. So they said they anoint king there with oil. So it's like the oily one, the one that was anointed with oil. So Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, is basically a name, not the original name. And the nickname is not the real nickname. I'm not saying that it's wrong to say these names. I'm just explaining you the origins. It is safe to assume that the first church, I think in the first 15 to 19 years, was predominantly Jewish. Yeshua was Jewish. All of his disciples were Jews. And young Ephraim and Naphtali and Shoshana, when they finished working in the field or fisher, they jumped on their donkey or they ran really fast back to their village because they heard that there was a great teacher coming, great rabbi. They referred to him as a rabbi that came to teach, and they wanted to hear Yeshua. So the Jewish young men and women came to hear another Jewish rabbi teaching them about the Jewish Bible and prophecies. None of them ever in his wildest dreams might have imagined that one day the greatest religion, empire, nation, America, the West in the world will be Christian and was all be founded on their Jewish teaching. None of them could have imagined that. None of them could have imagined that the first man that will walk on the moon will be Christian, descended directly from the faith of this Jewish faith. But when they heard any prophecy about the Bible, about the Jewish people, they knew exactly what it talked about. It talked about Israel and the Jews. It was not some reference to some kind of nonsense. It was very clear. Israel will be there in the end of days. Israel, that's Israel. It's literally this one. The one that is around us. The Jews, them, they have a role. Yes, they might rebel against God, come back to God. You can go into theology. But it was very, very clear. So the book of, I think it's just important for Christians around the world to remember that Christo-Judaic religion, their values go together hand in hand. And I would even go further. Islam came out of that. Only Islam then was the only one that tried to rewrite back history. The rest actually went on and tried to complete one another. So they came from the same Bible, the same teaching, the same foundation. And as you celebrate Christmas, just remember that you have Christmas thanks to the Jews. You have Christmas thanks to a Jewish man. You have Christmas thanks to Jesus, Yeshua, that came out of the Jews, and his disciples. And anyone that tries to come and put animosity, hatred, a split between Jews and Christians is not your friend. Is someone that is working for the other side. Can't be more clear than that. Can't be more clear than that. If you go to a Christian country and you welcome Jewish people in your country, you're just going to have very educated, very successful, very kind, very loving people that come and join you and will bring you a lot of cultures that involve yummy food and good traditions. That's it. If you go as a Christian to a Jewish country, you're going to bring them a lot of blessing, a lot of beautiful, rich culture and understanding, and also, a lot of understanding of the rest of the world. The Jews need that. They need their Christian friends. They don't blow each other up. They don't send children to do suicide bombing, shouting Allahu Akbar. They don't do these crazy stuff to one another. Actually work very well, and I've seen it. So anyone who tries to tell you otherwise is literally, genuinely very evil and is trying to deceive you. And I thought that this would be an important message to finish with this. The story of Christmas is a story of the birth of Yeshua, of the Christian religion, the Christian world, and is a story of miracle, of resilience, of kindness. The gift, by the way, the traditions is coming from what they believe to be the three wise men, some say the three kings and other stuff. Three wise men that came and brought gifts to put there in Bethlehem where Yeshua was born. So also the traditions, everything came from that beautiful Jewish story through the history of the Jewish people. So with that, I want to wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year that is coming, and a reminder that we should celebrate these holidays together. Doesn't matter which religion you are, if you're a Jew, if you're Christian, if you're Druze, if you're Muslim, respect and tolerate one another's religion, celebrate them together. That is my point that I wanted to give in this holiday. And buy each other gifts. And like I said, arcade, super fun gifts. Now, before we finish, thank you so much, Phoenix, for reminding. I keep forgetting to do that. If you want to support this channel, you can go and find my Patreon, where you can find practical, direct ways to support the work that I'm doing, because after all, I'm doing this for free and out of my own free time. And if you want to support in another way, go just do the like, the share, the subscribe. If you enjoyed my video and you find it worthy of your time, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps this video keep expanding after the video is done, not only through the live definitely, but also after. And don't forget, oh, we got a new member here. You can join and be a member of this channel. There's a membership with different tiers on YouTube as well. And my 2026 resolution is going to be that I'm going to try to be more and more active. Actually, I'm working on building a team that can come and help me, people that can help me with the edits, that what takes most of my time, and people that can help me with the whole production of the show. Because right now, if I would have told you, walk you through a day of my work behind the scenes, you will be blown off. You're really shocked by how much work it takes to do what I'm doing for you. And not only me, also a lot of the other content creators out there, I take my hat off for them. So there's a lot of work. So if you want to help support any of your content creators for 2026 and onwards, so just know that by subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell, watching their videos, you help that channel keep growing, or by going and finding this, how do you call it, Patreon, and etc. So that's a reminder for that. Now let me see if I missed anything interesting that I will try to answer. Yes, beginning of the show I started with Sandman. It was Sandmanchen. After both parts of Germany were reunited, the Sandman was kept for a whole Germany. Yes, it was a competition between East and West Germany, and I think the East heard that the West is about to do the show before them, so they went and launched it even before. And then when the reunification came, they decided to keep the show as an official show of Germany. Beautiful show. I love it. Metallica apparently did a version of the Sandman. I am not so sure if Metallica is connected to that Sandman. I will check it out. Maybe it is. Happy Christmas to all of you. Someone said no Allah Akbar, please. I completely understand that. Did you hear that Israel recognized Somalia's independence today? First UN country. I think that's the first time I've seen a Muslim state celebrate Israel publicly. Wow, that's pretty cool. And yes, what is a Druze holiday? We'll explain that maybe in another. Yeah, Three King. Someone said Three King. That was, I also heard that version. Really? IDF eliminated high-ranking IRGC. Well, haven't checked the news yet. Let's see. Let's see if that's true. Maybe they did. Oh, can you hear me? Whoop, whoop. Ooh, there was a mosque that was booby-trapped and blew up, killing 8 Alawites in Syria. So there was a terrorist attack on Alawites in Syria. That is very, very sad. reading this right now. I saw someone in the comment also mentioned that. Maybe I'll talk about it in another episode, not in the Christmas episode. In a school Christmas play, 3 young boys were playing the wise man. The first boy walked up to the manager and said, "We bring you gold." The second followed and said, right? The third boy, who had cold and couldn't quite pronounce his F's, was supposed to say frankincense, but instead proclaimed and said, "Frank sent this." Good. Sometimes I read things before I read them, and then I end up like reading something completely crazy that the crowd wrote here. I'm not encouraging you guys. All right. So yes, wanted to wish you all Merry Christmas, and to remember the people back home that might not be as privileged as we are, that don't have the same luxuries that we have in some of the countries that we live in, the privileges that we have, or even maybe that are born into places like Palestine or Syria, where life is not as kind to the people there. And these children are innocent, and they do deserve to have a better life. And I pray that they can, one day be freed from this curse that is hovering around the Middle East, with radical religious regimes that are destroying the lives of many, and will be freed to enjoy the beauty of life like we have in Europe, in the US, in Israel, and in places like that. Stay safe. See you next time.